Hey everybody, this is James the Rambling Dasher, and welcome back to the Rambling Dasher, another episode of Dashing in the Dark. And yeah, so I just accepted an order for a Dairy Queen, so just came back from the long trip. We're on this path to go after 100 deliveries to get our status back up to platinum. And because right now, or at the beginning of tonight, my deliveries in the last 100 days was 0, or in the last 30 days was 0. So now it's and then on top of that, I forgot to schedule last week for this week. So yeah, I think I was off from dashing for a full 5 weeks. So went on a big trip to Portugal, and I took vacation the first week, took vacation the last week, but because my job allows me to work remote, I worked from Lisbon in an apartment for the 3 weeks in the middle. So that was an interesting thing. I did a few phone calls. We're about a 5-hour difference from my office is in Eastern time, so I have to do some trainings and things while I was there. So that was fairly interesting, and the internet worked great and everything. So, but now I'm back and trying to schedule piecemeal here and there. And when I first started tonight, there were no availabilities for any deliveries schedule windows at all. I let it sit there for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden the Dash Now button popped up for 1 hour. So I dashed for an hour, and then another window popped up from like 7 to 8:30. So I scheduled that, and then later on another one from 9 till midnight. So I accepted that as well. So the goal here is to accept all the orders, regardless of what they are, and just knock out that 100 as fast as I can. I've been in this situation before where I've been chasing deliveries to try to get back to the 100 deliveries in the last 30 days, and it took me quite a while the last time. And I feel like most likely it's because I was being a little bit more selective in my orders and not taking lowball ones. But this time around, I'm just going to go straight forward, accept all the orders, knock that out, get the 100 deliveries in. And I feel like if I can get at least 10 a day, well, that means 10 days, right? Now, some days I might not get 10, but the days that I work late, do 6 hours, then I should be able to do it. I did try to schedule for tomorrow night. I maybe have like an hour or two. There's nothing available, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I got the whole time scheduled. So, and then I don't know if I want to work this weekend or not, but we'll see. It's Father's Day, so I'll probably go back starting Monday through Friday of next week and try to get the rest of the 100 in. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm sitting outside Dairy Queen right now, so I'm going to run in and grab this order, and we'll be right back to do some more dashing in the dark. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, we are back, and let's see how this light goes. Let's make sure I don't get arrested. So hopefully this dude's blizzard hasn't melted yet. I've been sitting out here in the car doing some stuff I probably shouldn't be while I'm trying the DoorDash. But anyway, got a couple of things taken care of there. I have a friend of mine that one of my neighbors, she started a new business, and she's had my daughter help her with her website. I don't know what all my daughter has done, but finally the website is out and the business is open and ready to go. So I'm just like, took a quick glance to look at it and see what it looked like and all that stuff. So looks pretty good. Ooh, there goes my light. So a few weeks ago, so I've been doing the dashing in the dark for a while on the later nights that I dash late. And I know it's really freaking dark up in here, so I found this light up in one of my closets and put some batteries in it, and it's like some LED light, so it works out pretty good in here. So it's just not a voice talking in the dark. I wish I would have turned right there, because this light could take forever. Yeah. Oh well. But so yeah, dashing in the dark. We don't do a whole lot of like we don't have a set agenda. And not that I have for the earlier shows, but typically I have a couple of segments that I totally whiffed on tonight because I really had shortened delivery time for the early session because it was not scheduled. I guess I can park here in the Diamond Elite reservation section, even though I don't have Diamond Elite for this hotel. Oops, I'm undoing the wrong phone. So I'm gonna run this food in. I will be right back. All right, we're back, and we have accepted another order. This time it's a different Sonic. Well, I guess, yeah, a different Sonic. And I can't remember how much it's for or how far it was. So, because we're accepting every single order. I do look at it, but I have short-term memory loss. And now I've pulled out the wrong way, so there's no way to get across right here. So I have to go down this way, make a roundabout, and come back. Alright, so we are headed to Sonic, and so that last order was $5.75. I noticed that it's not showing me the amount of the tip. I didn't even see that. That's my 6th order today, and none of them are showing the tip. So I don't know how much. Obviously, there's not much tip. I don't think I've had a single $10 order today. So yeah, it's kind of tough in that regard, but it's kind of what I expected. Hold on one second. Okay, so evidently we are getting 3 Sonic Blast and a caramel sundae. Let's hope it's not for one person. Alright, here's my nightly pitch for the Lark water bottle. It has ultraviolet button here at the top. It shines ultraviolet light, kills 99 point some odd % of all bacteria in the water itself. And then I don't have it in here right now because I get water out of my fridge that has a filter on it. So it also comes with a straw that has a filter built into it as well. So anyway, it down below in the description there will be a link that you could, if you're interested. It's on Amazon, I do believe, and it's just one of those affiliate links. It doesn't cost any extra. If you would be interested in taking a look at it and maybe purchasing one, it would help me out for that. So yeah, there's that. It's called Lark, L-A-R-Q. It's a cool water bottle. The flip here has the thing, has a drink here, and I promise you, with the straw, it's a little bit harder to get out because it has to come through the. Hey, thank you so much. Have a good night. So anyway, right in the middle of my pitch, right? How dare them. The straw, you have to suck it out like a straw, but if you take the straw out, then you can just turn it up and kind of chug it. And it has a little, inside here somewhere, you can't see it, but up underneath here, there's a little vent that's kind of like a one-way vent that lets, if you're drinking the water really fast, then you can hear the air going in. But it doesn't leak water out when you turn it upside down. So it's kind of a nice little feature if you do kind of chug the water or something. So I tend to do that. So anyway, I have got this food. I am going to probably have to take a picture of it. Yep. And then I will send this lady a quick message indicating that her food is on the way.
You said 2 large blasts? You said 1 cookie down, what else?
Okay. So anyway, if you guys happen to check that out, that is just one of the options that I have put into my my YouTube channel description. Some things that I figured out while I was gone was there's a site called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. So I also have a link there if you guys felt so inclined to buy me a drink, buy me a tank of gas or something like that. The nice thing about that particular site is that 95% of the money that you might donate goes directly to me. They keep 5% for maintenance of that website. So it's kind of nice, as opposed to like Patreon or Patron or however you say that other one. I think they keep like 30% of all donated money to the artists that they help support. Anyway, so buy me a cup of coffee. I like that one. Also, if you just want 100% of anything you might feel like you inclined to send my way, I have put on my PayPal down there. So PayPal doesn't keep any of it. So anyway, something that if that interests you, then I welcome it, because we're all out here trying to figure out how to make a living, do the things that we want to do with the okay, check something at the gate entry. I don't know what that said, but it sounds like there might be a gate to get in. So what else do I have on there? So occasionally you might catch me eating a Clif Bar. So I think I have the Clif Bar link on there because I get those from Amazon. I can get them cheaper on Amazon than I can anywhere else. And the price that I pay for them is the price that you pay for them with the affiliate link. It's just the fact that they give the affiliates a I don't know, like a finder's fee or something like that, or for a referral bonus, something. I don't know what they call it, but anyway. What else is on there? I don't know. I think that sometimes I talk about personal finance. I do have an investment account through Robinhood, and Robinhood is a brokerage that's online, that there are no transaction fees. So if you buy a stock, the fee to purchase it is $0. The fee to sell it is $0. And a lot of brokerage houses have gone to this format because people can go on there and buy and sell for free, and Robinhood is the one that started it all. So like Schwab and some of those other places have migrated to a format like that. What is this thing telling me? Did I miss my turn? I must have missed my turn. Yep, missed my turn. So, just bear with me a second here. I'm going to find a place to turn around. Maybe. Okay, maybe. So, this is what happens when I talk. I get distracted from the GPS because I have the GPS volume turned off. I have never been into this neighborhood. And the light slipped. So, anyway, I've got a link to Robinhood on there. But basically, Robinhood just allows you to purchase and sell stocks or ETFs or I don't know about mutual funds. Probably not mutual funds, but I follow the same simple philosophy, and you may hear it from someone like Dave Ramsey, who I know that he recommends people just invest like $100 a month, and so we'll come back and talk about that in a second. Alright, so I had to go through a gate to get into this neighborhood, which I've never been through here before. So, a nice new feature of DoorDash is that if you are in your GPS map and you go back out into the app and then you click directions again, it flashes your map and goes right back to the app instead of being inside the GPS. So thanks GPS, or thanks DoorDash, for that neat feature. These are some huge houses. Where do these people get all this money? It's not from DoorDashing. I remember when this was just a big old field. Alright, I'm gonna take this call. I'll be right back. Alright, we're on our way. Not sure where I left off, but I had a phone call I had to take. Got an order for a Subway that's inside a gas station. And in the month that I was away, they refurbished the whole place. And the side entrance to the Subway is no longer there. So they were like, what the hell is that dude walking down the side of the building over there for? Definitely didn't go to a door because the door was gone. And seemingly they had all new staff. Who have no knowledge of the old door. Now the DoorDash thing is going bonkers again. So while I was in there, well, number one, here's another food fail. I get in there and they're like, yeah, we don't have any meatballs. I was like, okay. So I'm guessing he ordered a meatball sandwich. So they wanted me to call and say they don't have any meatballs. So I called twice and it both got sent to voicemail both times. And I was like, sorry, sucker. So then I sent them a text saying, hey, they don't have any meatballs. Do you want anything else? Well, that's when I found out that the restaurant had already got another sandwich and a thing of cookies already made and ready to go. So while I was standing there chit-chatting with them, the phone rang, and then they were like, yeah, just double the other sandwich. So then I get to wait on them to make that sandwich. By that time I was starving, so I went over to the other part of the convenience store, bought me a bag of chips and a Mountain Dew. this GPS is driving me absolutely bonkers. I promise you that much. Okay. I especially like going down these roads that say no outlet. What in the world? Oh my goodness. DoorDash, fix the GPS, please. It's totally whacked out. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, handed that one to the customer. And it's gone now. So I don't know what it was worth. Return to Dash. We're up to $18.75 on this one. And it looks like I have 8 deliveries out the door. So I do have one tip that was cash for like almost $6 earlier. But we are well on our way. We are not going to get anywhere close to the $100 we like to get tonight. And it might be like this for a good while just because of our status and not being able to schedule, not being able to dash now. That's the hard part. And then I'm freaking lost. Well, this ain't gonna work. What the heck? Where the heck am I going? Okay. Sorry, I'm munching on some chips here. so far, I'm sitting at about $51, I think, for the night. I haven't had a single $10 order yet. I'm gonna tell you this. I just spent a month in Lisbon. Most restaurants don't even open until 8 o'clock at night. It's 10:27 and every place is like all that, like Chili's. I just drove past Chili's. It's empty on a Monday night. Over there, restaurants are everywhere. Very few fast food type places at all. I ran across maybe 3 McDonald's, 1 or 2 Burger Kings. There was a Subway, and I never saw the Pizza Hut, but there was a delivery motorcycle with a Pizza Hut box on the back of it. Everything else was just like buildings with residents in them. On the bottom floor was restaurants and markets and all kinds of different things. And I'm just like, it is so different. I seriously think they only let American fast food places in places where Americans would go. Because they don't want their people eating that food. I don't think their government allows companies like McDonald's to just go in there and set up shop on every street corner like we do. And there's very noticeable that there weren't, like, you could go to places where it's all tourists, right? But if you're walking around in any other neighborhood that doesn't have tourists there, like, because we were staying in an area that a lot of Airbnbs or apartments are converted over to those type of things. Hold on, I might have an order here. But my phone's turned off. Holy crap. Why would you do this to me? I do not want to take this one. 12.5 miles for $5.50 at a Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm just gonna let it go through. I don't, screw that. There's a line, right? When that crossed over the line. So much, it was on my 9th order that I finally said, screw it. Out of my 100 in a row that I was gonna get, so I would have 100 AR. But that order took me all the way up into like 12.5 miles away. That's a long ways from here. And that means it's 12.5 miles back to here, where I want to be. And it just might be a really bad Monday night. There's the same freaking order and they added a quarter. You're gonna make me decline this again and lower my AR again on the same freaking order? DoorDash is pulling some crap on this. promise you. $5.50 with no tip. Well, there's 2 orders I've missed. Here's a $5 for 6.4 miles. Here's what I'm going to tell you, is that DoorDash is sticking it to me now. I went ahead and accepted it because I need to get 2 orders in the next hour. And I wouldn't have got those had I taken that one for 12.5 miles, because 12.5 miles there and back is going to take about an hour. And here's a doubled up for $3 freaking for an additional 3.7 miles. Alright, I'm going to pause, so we'll be back. Alright, we're back. We got 9 minutes on this delivery. Not sure how much on the next one. It looks like we get to go a little bit of ways. And I went ahead and put a pause after these deliveries so I won't get any more orders. That will end the day with 10 accepts and 2 misses, or quote unquote declines, which I don't think they should make you do that, or shouldn't count a decline if you decline the same order twice. Kind of a crappy deal that DoorDash is doing to people if they put the same crap order in front of you multiple times and lower your AR because you decline it every time. DoorDash, you can do better. So, back to my little plugs that I was making before. One of them is the one I was mentioning that got cut off for Robinhood. So if you're looking to start investments and you want to just get started pretty cheap, then Robinhood can be your way to go. I recommend doing something as simple as $25 a week into something like an ETF. There's one that mimics the S&P 500 called SPY, or you can go with a Vanguard one. I can't remember the 3 symbols, but it starts with a V. But look for a Vanguard S&P 500 one, and both of those are just quality long-term deals. And if you did anything like what that particular fund has done over the past 40 years, in the next 40 years, you would have well over $1 million at just entering in $25 a week. So the way I look at this is that, and I'll back up and go to DoorDash, to Robinhood again. But open up an account at Robinhood, use the link that's in the description below. I get a little bit of credit, and then you get it. So the way it works is basically, I don't know how it works, but I think if you open an account and fund it, then you get a little kickback and I get a little kickback. It won't be much, but it's a little bit, and every little bit helps, right? So I can say that I did the same thing with my daughter, and she opened an account. The stock they gave her is worthless. They gave me a stock of NVIDIA. Now, it wasn't very much of NVIDIA, but NVIDIA, on the other hand, turned into quite a lucrative stock over the past year or 2 years, because it has now, I didn't get very much of that stock because it was expensive, and so I got a fractional piece of it, but I also happened to buy into it. So I bought a lot more of, not a lot, I bought some, I don't know how much, but I bought it when it was low, and then lo and behold, it goes and does a what did it do? I can't remember which way it went. It either did a split or a reverse split. Oh, guess what? There's a train here. Any which way, it did a reverse split and went back up. So, yeah, that one turned out to be a good one for me. But so good that it's in a cash account, which if I were to sell it, I'm going to have to pay taxes on the earnings that I've made on it. And I can't afford to pay those taxes in any given year unless I want 25 to 30% of that money to go towards the IRS, and I don't. So I haven't sold it. So any which way. So back to Robinhood. I got an affiliate link down below. I would recommend getting someone that's doing DoorDash for a living or doing anything for a living. Make it your life to put in $25 a week. $25 a week for 40 years turns in something like the S&P 500 that does 8% a year, and it really since 19 oh crap, I looked all this stuff up at some point in the past. In one of my previous videos we did this, yeah, it's averaged over 10% since the life of that fund, and I can't remember if it started in like 1957 or something like that, but it's done over 10%. And if we just did the numbers at 8% for 40 years, doing $25 a week, the numbers come out to be like $1.17 million. And if you did that in a Roth IRA, then you would have made over $1 million, and it would all be tax free. So anyway, I would highly encourage anyone to use this strategy. If you're door dashing, work an extra hour a week, right? 2 hours a week. So set yourself a goal. If your goal, let's say it's a goal like mine of, I want to make a minimum of $1,400 a week, right? Well, make your new minimum $1,425 a week. And it takes about an hour to probably 2 hours to make an extra $25. Like today, I know the first couple hours I worked, I made $32.50, right? And I put in 2 hours. So take that extra 2 hours worth of money and dump it into something like SPY or the Vanguard S&P 500 exchange traded fund, which are just cheap funds. There's low, very, very, very low expenses on them, and be consistent about it. Turn it into a game where it's like, hey, I'm not gonna miss this. And the reality is that over time, that you won't miss that $25. You will find ways to continue to invest that $25. You will find ways to increase that investment. And the crazy thing is, right now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what the limit is because I'm over 50. So there's people over 50 can invest more in a Roth IRA than people under 50. But even if you find a way to invest the maximum that you can per year, which is somewhere around, anyway, like 5,000 to 8,000. I know it's 8,000 for me, which is more than it is for people under 50. So anyway, if you can find a way to put in the maximum into a Roth IRA every year, you won't have to go 40 years, right? So let's do some Google searches here and see what they had to say. Okay, Google, what is the most that you can put into a Roth IRA right now for someone less than 50 years old?
For someone less than 50 years old, the maximum you can put into a Roth IRA right now for the 2025 tax year is $7,000. It's important to note that your ability to contribute to a Roth IRA is also subject to income limitations. If your modified adjusted gross income, MAGI, exceeds certain...
All right, so you can't make like $150,000 or more or whatever, something like that. So most of us aren't out there making $150,000 and worrying about that, right? So if you could put in $7,000 a year, right? So let's do a little math on that. So, okay, Google, what is 7,000 divided by 52?
7,000 divided by 52 equals 134.6153846. 153846.
So let's just round it to $134. So $134 a week instead of $25 a week, and maxes out our 401k. Okay, Google. Now he's being ornery. Okay, Google. Can you give me the quick answer to this? If I invest $134 per week into the S&P 500, hold on.
Investing $134 per week into the S&P 500 would mean you're investing approximately *6,009.
Let me figure out how to ask this question. Okay, Google. If I had invest $134 a week, compounded at 8% over the next 40 years, how much would I have at the end?
To calculate the future value of weekly contributions compounded annually, we need to adjust the weekly contribution to an annual one. First, let's convert the weekly contribution to an annual contribution. Annual contribution equals $134 per week, asterisk 52 weeks per year, equals $6,968 per year. Now we can use the future value of an ordinary annuity formula. FV equals P times frac 1 plus R to the power of N minus 1 R, where FV equals future value of the annuity P equals payment per period, annual contribution, equals $6,968.00 R, equals annual interest rate, equals 8%, equals 0.08 N.
Can you give me the final answer?
The final answer is $1,805,105.82.
So $1,805,000 $100,000 over that time frame. So that's 40 years. So how many years would it take me to get to $1 million?
Okay, to figure out how many years it would take you to reach $1 million, we'll use the future value of an annuity formula and solve.
Can you give me the final answer?
It would take approximately 32.8 years to reach $1 million.
So 32 years, if you bump it from $25 a week up to $134 a week, you would knock several years off of the equation to get you to $1 million. So anyway, just something for thought to be able to do that kind of stuff. I just think it's an awesome opportunity for people to be able to invest and take control of their own retirement instead of letting the government tell us what we will and won't have. So I have forgotten to plug in my phone. And it's dying on me. Sorry. I can't. There we go. There we go. We're up to 5% now. Alright, I think I'm one house too far here. And I can't see numbers on these things at all. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. One set of wings down, one to go. So anyway, I'm just letting you guys know that through Robinhood is a quick and easy way to get something like that started. And I will encourage you, no matter how old you are, it's never too late to get started. Even if you're able to, just put a little bit of money back and save it for a rainy day. The beautiful thing about a Roth IRA is that the money goes in and it's already taxed through your payroll deductions, right? Your payroll, federal taxes. And if you put it into a Roth IRA, then any gains that it has, you will not have to pay taxes on it. So, alright, bear with me, I got a call, I'll be right back. Alright guys, finally dropped off the last delivery. And that usually means we're going to call it a day. It looks like in this dash, the app does kind of give you some highlights, not highlights, but like it says this dash so far $26.75. Total online time 2 hours and 41 minutes. Oh, that kind of stinks, about $10 an hour. Offers accepted 5 out of 7, and this offer $3 and no tips. So both these Wingstop orders after 10:30 took me an hour to pick them up and have them delivered for $8 and no tip. So thanks a lot, DoorDash. That is ridiculous. So any which way, I just hit continue dashing and I put a pause on it, so I'm going to end the dash right now and just go look at what our day was like. So our earnings, so today we did $59.25 on 3 hours and 59 minutes of active time. So, which would have been right at $15 per hour on active time, and then 5 hours and 6 minutes of actual time. So and then because I did take one earlier order, but anyway, let's see, what did I could have swore I had 10 orders, but maybe I didn't get 10. Oh yeah, I did get 10 orders. 10 orders, and if I go to my ratings, I should now have 10 deliveries in the last 30 days, but I need 100. So if I continue that path, I will be on 100. I don't know. I will be on a. Here's what's going to make me mad: is I'm 1,300 steps away, and I'm quite a ways away from my house, which means I need to get there before. I can't see squat backing out of this neighborhood here. Anyway, so yeah, I still need about 1,400 steps, which is going to take me about 15 minutes to get, and it'll take me 15 minutes to get home. So that will be putting it very close to me not hitting this goal of mine per day, and I haven't missed it any day this month so far. So maybe I need to stop somewhere before I get home, but there's no real place around here that I would want to stop at. So, we're going to try to get home. Let's see what it says on my thing. Home. Start. It says 8 minutes, so maybe I can make it there. Alright, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for sticking around for another episode of Dashing in the Dark. It's been fun for me. It keeps me on my toes, so to speak. Makes me miss some turns and that kind of stuff when I'm rambling on. So, but it is, I don't know, it's just a different thing to do. It's enjoyable. I would ask, if you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It'd make my day, and shoot me a comment. Let me know what you think about what's going on with DoorDash, with the finances, anything else that I might talk about in a future video. So that would be awesome. So anyway, hope you're having a great day. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.